Rob, thank you for joining us. We'll be looking to build on some momentum from Tuesday night as we take on high-flying Wycombe on Saturday. Can I get your thoughts out of that one first?
Yeah, no, I think just carrying on the momentum, carrying on the performances, keep improving, and where we can improve. I think collectively over the last few games, the performance has been good. Obviously, get the result Tuesday, which probably supports the performances over the other games where we've been unlucky or we maybe let ourselves down a little bit in areas. But no, really pleased, and obviously it's going to be a huge test against Wycombe. They're second in the league for a reason. Very, very good team, big, strong, powerful. They can use the ball. They've obviously got a very good coach coming in. So they're in a little bit of transition themselves, but we can't worry about that. We just got to continue with our momentum and continue what we're doing, because it's proving that when we are at it and we do the things that have given us our identity and play the way we can be impactful in both boxes, and that's the key area to work on, is making sure that we're effective with and without the ball, but without the ball first, because we know we can score goals. We just need to make sure that if we can limit the opportunities that the opposition get, which is always hard at this level, but if we can concentrate on our out of possession stuff, which we have been good at, we've been a bit unfortunate with a few decisions and deflections and whatnot, trying to put the positive spin on it, then if we're consistent with doing the right things, you do limit chances, and then you get the opportunities at the other end because of the talent we've got.
Yeah, I think not necessarily surprised, that might not be the right word, but I think a lot of people at the start of the season would look at the league table and expect your Stockports, your Wrexhams again, your Birminghams to be up there. So I think Wycombe have probably taken potentially a few people by surprise. What is it about them that makes them such a good team?
I think it's just overall, really. I mean, they're powerful, they're experienced. They've got a lot of experience. They've got a lot of youth. Obviously, Kone's been exceptional. It's an incredible find from them. I know he's been missing for the last couple of games, but they've got good pace and power in the wide areas. They're very, very, very good from crosses. They can be direct, which is a problem as well, because if you get your press, they can go over the top of it. But I think most importantly, what people want to see is they're defensively one of the leanest teams in the league. They don't concede many chances, don't concede many goals. So trying to break them down is going to be tough, and they obviously score a lot of goals at the other end. So yeah, we know it's going to be a really tough task, but I think it's something that we've had good home form. I think we've been good at home. We've been good value in nearly every game. So we just need to continue that and kick on from Tuesday. We get a chance to have an extra day's rest from Saturday, Tuesday, and we just got to monitor a few lads. Pam with his shoulder, Junior with his hammy. Harry, obviously, we had to bring him off at Bolton after 60 because he was cramping up and was an injury risk, and then he got through Saturday, Tuesday. But we'll have to make sure he's fit and ready to go. So with all the games, the momentum comes with the squad being stretched, but we've got good depth in the squad, and we'll have to use it so that we can be as optimal as we possibly can.
Yeah, it sounds like obviously we could be forced into some changes, but you said after the win on Tuesday that selection could be hard with people coming back and performing so well, but having seen the performance on Tuesday, does it make the sort of team selection slightly easier, given how well we did perform?
Yes and no, because it's not just Saturday, it's Tuesday, it's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. We've got a few niggles and injuries, and I think sometimes, and rightly so, because it's hard, you can't disclose all the information, but sometimes you have to make decisions based on physicality. And what was pleasing is it's been frustrating at times that we've had to do that over the last few weeks. But what was really pleasing on Tuesday night was all the subs were tactical subs. Everyone physically was okay to get through, so we were able to implement them and bring on players, Tyre, Dunes and Cammy to really affect the game. And then obviously Addy and Gav to shore us up at the end. So it was good to be able to do that. And, that's a challenge for us as a squad, as a group, as players, to be available as much as possible. And then gives us the opportunity to use that talent, use the squad depth as best we can to impact and win games.
Yeah, we saw Liam Fraser warming up on Tuesday night. What's the sort of update with him? Obviously, he hadn't played a lot of football prior to signing with us, so how far is he off realistically?
Not far at all, no. He's an absolute machine. He's got a great mentality, he's got a great pedigree, and he's coming with the hunger to get involved, and so hopefully we'll be able to get him in the squad on Saturday, and he'll hopefully start being a massive impact for us, because he looks like a real winner, and I really like his makeup. He's come into the group really well, but he's here to come and help us, and that's what has been his mentality straight away. He's no fast, low maintenance, and obviously a very good player, with his pedigree of where he's been in the MLS. A couple of teams in England have tried to sign him previously, but literally because of visa issues he hasn't been able to. So hopefully it's a game for us, and he can help us with the momentum and add some real strength, quality and experience.
Yeah, sticking with a theme of over the pond, obviously Jeremy Kelly picked up a bit of an injury, so there's been obviously some reports of him leaving the country and going back. Is that just a chance for him to sort of go back and see his family while he's going to be out of action?
Yeah, so Jez is Yeah, Jez is one of the toughest lads you'll ever meet, like genuinely. He's playing with a serious ankle injury. And he's played for a few games with it because he's had to, because we haven't had the personnel. But it got to the point now where he couldn't even get through training every time he got a slight knock. So we've had to take him out. He's got to have complete rest. So, Jez obviously, it's hard when you're away from home and it's when you're missing your family. So, for the first 7 days where he can't do anything, obviously, we felt it was best for him to go and get that opportunity to spend some time with the family, and then he's back on Saturday to watch the team and obviously be ready to go for his recovery, and hopefully back in about 3 weeks or so, 3 to 4 weeks. But I think obviously I think everyone knows what an incredible talent he is, but I think how his mental toughness and physical toughness to get through the pain barrier, not many people would have carried on playing with the injury he had. So he if anyone deserves a chance to go home and put his feet up for a week, it is Jez. And looking forward to getting him back because he had so much quality in terms of his leadership, his ability, and his personality.
Yeah, we've seen a real sort of boost in, I think, not necessarily morale, but sort of like the encouragement around the group seems to be really high at the moment, just even between themselves. And I remember the conversation we had in the interview after the Barnsley match where you said, some real things need to change here. Since then, it does seem like we've taken a real big step in the right direction. There's been some incredible performances. Obviously, we're still hunting for more wins than perhaps, we've got. But have you noticed a significant change since that moment?
Yeah, massively. I think it's mainly, we talked about buy-in, as in, the buy-in to what we're trying to do and also the way we're trying to do it. So the obvious one is we want to stay upright. We know that. That doesn't have to be spoken about, but it's about how we're going to do it and how we can do it to the most effective way. And I was just blunt with the players. I was like, the way we play is the most effective way for this squad to be successful. But it also comes with, tough times because we're not the biggest, we're not the strongest. So we have to engage high up the pitch to stop teams getting in our box. We have to be able to play our way out of trouble because, we haven't got the physicality to just keep dumping the ball forward. But we're finding ways to be effective, with the likes of Rush's pace up front, Swanee in the wide areas, Toller and Ty in terms of their physicality and skill set. And obviously the back lads in terms of marshalling the way they have, the likes of Ben Radcliffe, Charlie, Dion, etc. have been fantastic, along with Harry when he's popped in there. So it's about buying and understanding that we've all got to be collectively heading towards one goal, which the lads have done. But also it's about characters, it's about people that want to be here and want to be here for the fight and actually want to spend time together and build. And it's nice to see now it's genuinely a really good place to come in. The lads seem to enjoy it and they're enjoying working with each other. And I've also said to them, you've got to be humble in and out of possession and also in and out of the squad. There's many times where you have to sacrifice yourself for the team because of whatever it is, you need a rest or you're going to go with a different option. But whatever it is, you can impact it in every way, whether you're starting off the bench or even not in the squad, the injured lads, for example. So really, really pleased with everyone's mentality, and I'm really pleased that we've had a few speed bumps, but we've stuck together as a group, and hopefully like Tuesday we get the rewards, but we can't get too carried away with it. We just got to keep pushing forward with the momentum.
Yeah, and we all are obviously fighting towards that common goal of staying up. But if you break it down to even the simplest form, the opportunity that some of the players have got here, to play X amount of games in the third tier of English football, even if you break it down to, what their career will go on to after Crawley, this is a big opportunity for a lot of them, isn't it? To really bolster that CV.
Yeah, and even the age of the group, I mean, I think we had 5 players under 21 on the pitch. So yeah, even the age and the inexperience of some of the groups coming from different backgrounds and different footballing pathways. So it's a fantastic opportunity for everyone, but it's a fantastic opportunity for the club to, show that the identity that the club's picked up over the last few years in terms of the way we play, the recruitment of players and finding sort of value where maybe others don't, and obviously believing most importantly in the person and the people to follow up with all that talent, all that tactical, but actually it comes down to the person wanting to do it and wanting to work hard and making sure that the person always comes first, so we can create a culture where people feel like they can be themselves and that they can develop on and off the pitch. And that's where we feel like we've got to. But the results in football always dictate. So if you're consistent, you do the right things, you work hard, and I think with the ability we've got, we'll be more than fine. But we've always got to remember that it starts with the building blocks of working hard, doing your jobs, being professional, being a good person, and then obviously sticking to the game plan and buying into what we're trying to do and the way we're trying to play.
Yeah, and finally, obviously, a message for the fans. The support on Tuesday night was fantastic, as it always is. 3 points at the Broadfield Stadium, it's really lifted the mood, everywhere. That translates to the players, like everyone at the training ground's buzzing this morning. Obviously, it translates to social media as well. So we just want to keep that good feeling going, don't we, as we build into what will be another 2 tough, but, winnable games.
Yeah, every game's winnable. At the end of the day, it's a game of football at the end of the day. So, yeah, on paper it's always tough, and it's always going to be tough when you've just been promoted, etc. And you come up against ex-Premier League teams and ex-Championship teams and teams that are top of the league, etc. But that's the challenge, that's the enjoyment, and that's what it's going to take to stay up. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. I've always said this, to be a professional footballer, and I think we created a really good atmosphere Tuesday. I think all the home games have been excellent atmospheres, and I think we need to keep that momentum and make sure that we keep turning the screw and we stick with it. We have the setback. They scored the goal, but it didn't stop us. We kept pushing, and we could have scored more than 3 at the end. So no, I'm looking forward to the home games, and I think all you want to see is that there's a team that give their absolute all, and I think this group definitely is doing that. And if everyone's given their all and we're trying to play good football, which I genuinely believe we are, we're trying to do everything the right way. We've got young players we're trying to develop and keep them learning and showing that enthusiasm and quality and everything, then hopefully it's an enjoyable place to come and watch football, and it's an enjoyable atmosphere, and we can all push on together.
Perfect, thank you.